You're listening to the Board Game Snobs podcast, a ridiculous podcast with ridiculous hosts that discuss ridiculous things. And any mention of board games is purely coincidental. And so, without further ado, and with a heavy dollop of shame and embarrassment on my part, I give you the Board Game Snobs.
Welcome to the Board Game Snobs podcast. This is Jerry, the host of the show, or the star, I'm sorry. Gabi, you're here.
Hello, I'm here as well.
He's the host.
And this is Enrique.
Enrique, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
You're doing all
How about
right?
yourself?
I'm doing just fine.
Excellent.
What about me, Enrique? Ask me how I'm doing.
Do I got to?
He doesn't care.
No, I love you, Gabi.
Or got to?
No, Gabi, look at me. I love you. Okay.
Well,
He's
I'm about to hold your hand
touching
now.
your
Your hands were
hand.
somewhat clammy.
Yeah, it's always clammy. Don't think about it too much.
What
Just
is
know.
it?
Just think as the clamminess as
They're
my
soft?
love. Yes.
Okay.
They're very
your
soft.
love is oozing.
Yes.
Now, if you want to set that down on that. That's why I had that there, so it doesn't rattle. Okay. Going meta on the microphones again.
This is great.
We held hands
You
momentarily.
people.
You held hands with him earlier in an earlier podcast.
We have laws to prevent this type of thing.
And
Y'all
I
know
held hands with
exactly
Enrique
what we're
as
supposed
he
to be
reached
doing.
out to me
No
in a
more,
motion of friendship,
no more meta-ness.
and I accepted it.
No more talking about these microphones.
All right, go.
I've already went.
Okay, Enrique, go.
Do I have to go? I don't have nothing.
You don't
I wasn't
have to-
prepared for this.
What is there to prepare for?
You guys always
We
play-
just talk as friends about board games and other such things.
I like board games.
I'm glad you did.
We got emails we could read.
We have several emails that we have been needing to get to for quite some time.
I'll read one.
My phone is dead, so I can't look at them.
Yeah, it's where all your personality. Yeah, you're right. That's where you look up all your fun facts.
Continue to downgrade me.
I'm not downgrading.
There
it.
you are.
I'm-
Everything you say is a downgrade.
It is not. I'm just saying the truth.
No, say another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
What? He downgrades
Let's
the truth?
see.
No,
We have
he
this.
downgrades me.
See.
My confidence.
I don't
What
know. Whatever.
Sometimes he does, but not
He's
most.
emotionally abusive. That's what he is.
No, he's just emotionally incompetent.
Charles Chasson says the other day we were discussing games that
Charles?
I call him Charles. The other
That's what you
day
call him?
we were will you not interrupt me, please? Let me read this email. The other day we were discussing games that I own but haven't been played or haven't been played in years. I'm gonna talk like Charles. I recently traded two such games or something else, and I thought we would probably want to play Viceroy and Red
Huh?
Viceroy.
Oh.
That's Louisianans don't have a governor. They have a viceroy. And Red Cathedral for Power Grid with 3 expansions.
Red Cathedral for Power Grid.
Yeah, he traded from what I understand.
I
Yeah.
want to trade.
I was made fun of for owning a copy of Twilight Imperium 4. Someone in our own game group already owns a copy. I explained I will not get rid of it because I really enjoy that game, and even if we only play my friend's copy. Plus, it looks good on the game shelf. That's very, very vain, Mr. Chisholm. I refer to it as shelf dressing. I have created a new game return for games you own, but just to make your game shelf more impressive. That's weird. Shelf dressing?
Yeah, I was kind of off-put when you said that. Yeah.
Shelf dressing. I don't think we have shelf dressing.
Like, what would shelf dressing
Just something
would
on
look
there
like?
for show.
Yeah, that's weird. That's
I have nothing for show. We are very economical in our game displayments.
That's so Chasson. That's so Chasson.
Such a Chad thing to say.
Jason from Oregon here, shortish time listener, I don't know why you put that. We don't care how tall you are. Avowed fanatic, first-time emailer. I'll keep it brief. Enrique is pure gold.
As I should be.
His sincere, yeah, which is super weird, right, is the single best piece of podcast media I've heard, full stop, worth a soundbite, if you ask me. When did he say that? Did you ever say, yeah, that's super weird? I don't remember saying. I don't remember you ever saying that.
Yeah, it was like a month ago, 2 months ago.
Luke Holt. He's always going on about something.
I like how well prepared you are for this part.
I'm reading it. All right, as we're going.
I don't know what you're doing.
Listen, you said to read the
I would have
email.
started from the older ones. You're starting from the newer ones.
They're fresher.
Rob Greco had asked us a question months ago about what our top three mechanisms
will
are.
you lower your voice, please? So Rob Greco says, what are your top 3 favorite mechanisms?
I don't even have my phone in front of me.
I can't believe that was from January 11th. You
I
just
know.
Quoted that. Man, you're good. Can I read? Yeah, okay. All right. So what is our top 3?
I said Rondell, number 1. That's my boy. Bidding. Love bidding.
I like it
3.
when people do my bidding.
Good one. Enrique, do you do his bidding? Yeah, you do. You carried his bag in here when we were playing games today. Did
Yeah,
he
I
say,
did.
Enrique, grab that bag?
I do.
Yeah.
And you did his bidding.
Because like a good gentleman, you should always offer your services to the elderly.
And besides, he drove me here. So
I did.
good wishes.
Very
I would like to
kind.
go home.
Good wishes.
Good wishes to you, sir. That's how me and Enrique speak. We're Elizabethan thing. We already got this. Dear sir, may I inquire about what's in that bag? Well, this is board games. I shall carry your load for you if you will offer me a ride in your horseless carriage.
Horseless carriage.
Onward to Gabrielle's home, where we shall speak into the airwaves.
That's good.
That was good. Thank
And
you,
my
Enrique.
third mechanism, I'll just say worker placement.
You don't know. You don't even know what
I
it is.
listed my 3. You have yet to say anything.
I did. I said your list sucks. Oh, Greco.
What's yours?
I'm private.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
private. I have area control,
Okay.
negotiation,
Okay.
bidding.
Okay. Enrique,
But I don't do other people's bidding.
what's yours?
I feel like worker placement.
Number 1.
Well, no particular order.
No particular. Would co-op be a mechanic?
It is.
It's
But do you like to
a
co-op?
genre. It's
Yeah,
not a
I like to
mechanism. It's a
co-op.
genre.
You like to co-op?
I like to co-op.
Who have you been co-opting with?
It's just like when we have.
We don't co-op here.
Co-op is not a mechanism.
It
There's no
is-
mechanism.
It is too.
It's a genre.
Co-oping is a mechanism. It sounds like you're coping.
because isn't Nemesis kind of like a co-op of where you have to
Wouldn't sort
have
of,
to
not kind of, sort of, not really. What are you thinking of a co-op?
What co-ops do you like? Like, we don't play any co-ops.
We hate each other deep down.
Wasn't Nemesis a co-op?
No.
Sort of.
No.
Not really. No. It sounds like you don't understand board gaming.
In Nemesis, you are given a card in which you have to you have to do the things on that card for yourself. It doesn't say
It's
that you
ca-
work in conjunction with other people.
It's card op.
You could work in conjunction with other people and say, "Hey, I need to do this," but it's still you got to do that thing. So no, that's not co-op in my opinion.
It sounds like you're. Anyways, why are you berating him? Boy, you're harsh.
I'm making sure because like
But so
Good
Nemesis.
thing you did because you were wrong.
Nemesis is your.
and that's fine if I was wrong.
Don't admit defeat.
I have to admit defeat because then
That'd be
I
like
won't
saying
learn
my favorite
from my
mechanism is
mistake.
wargaming.
Well, wargaming is a game.
That's not a mechanism.
It's a war
That's
game.
a genre.
But a genre. It could be a mechanism. Have you ever wargamed?
Yes, Enrique.
You don't know.
We played that one war game with the Vikings. and
You're getting off topic. Mechanisms.
Now you know how it feels. Now you know how it feels to have someone
okay,
rambling.
well then, if that's not the case, then area control and
First person.
You said worker placement, area control.
I can't think of a third
Just
one.
say bidding.
Yeah, just be.
You suck
Okay.
at bidding.
Yeah,
You're terrible.
yeah.
I'm sorry, Greco.
I would say hand management of your
Hand
cards.
management.
You have
Thank
such small
Because
hands.
he's very good at
Is
it.
it
He
Rob
can manage his
Greco?
small hands. Greco? I don't know.
You can save 30%
Robert.
if you subscribe with Greco.
No, it would actually be hand management, worker placement, area control.
Oh, now you're ranking them.
Nobody cares. We weren't ranking them. Either way,
There you go. Rob, do you regret that question?
I hope
I'm
you're
sure you do.
satisfied, Rob. You've caused a division, I do declare, between Chad Chasson's shelf dressing and your intrusive questions about our favorite mechanisms.
You're looking awful pastry. I do declare.
That was, if I wasn't so tired, I'd laugh at that. That was.
Why are you so tired?
Well, I'm just been.
Like from one moment to the next.
I have a job.
One
I
moment to
work
the next, you
hard.
got tired.
I don't lay around all the time and live a life of ease. Every day to me is just burning it at both ends of the candle.
Maybe you should reconsider what you're doing.
That's because I have a family I got to take care of.
So you're killing yourself for your family?
That's what all great men do. That's what all great men do. That crushing sense of responsibility and drive.
Sounds like you brought that on yourself.
No, I didn't. It just happened.
It just happened?
I cannot control that I have this deep inward need to help others. And in doing so,
How about me?
I help you all the time.
You never help me.
Well, right now, because I successfully kickstarted a game
There you go.
called Solar's Hard Merge. That's how you do it. Called Solar Sphere by Dranda Games. How you say that? How'd you say that name?
Dranda.
Dranda?
I'm just guessing.
I don't know how you say
It's Dranda. It could be Dranda. It could be Dranda. It could be Dronda.
Help me, Dranda. Help.
Me, Dranda.
Did she ever come and help?
I don't think so.
Why were they calling out to her?
They lay on the floor, pushing their life alert. She never came.
No, what was the purpose of that song?
I don't know. You're talking about a song from 50 years ago.
Help me, Rhonda. Was it Rhonda?
Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Mama, my Sharana.
No. Help me, Rhonda.
Why does Rhonda need to render assistance to you?
Help Me, Rhonda was written by Brian Wilson. In his memoir, he claimed that it was inspired by Bobby Darin's Mac the Knife, which he was playing on the piano when he came up with Help Me, Rhonda.
Wait, Brian Wilson's a Beach Boy, right?
This is Beach Boys, yeah.
Oh.
Let's see. Unlike many of their songs from the band, Help Me, Rhonda featured a lead vocal sung by Al Jardine. Am I saying that right?
Giordino.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what the background of it was. Help me, Rhonda. The story of a man who was attracted to a woman who then found another man. Then, to aid the healing process, he begs a woman named Rhonda to help him get over her.
So he liked another woman. And
Wait
then
a minute.
She falls in love with someone else. So he asked Rhonda to help him get over the other woman.
Rhonda was a rebound.
Rebound Rhonda.
This is a horrible
Rebound
song.
Rhonda. Rebound Rhonda.
From 1965.
Like Dennis Rodman, all them rebounds.
Help me, Rodman. Help. That's what Michael
me,
was saying all the
Rodman.
time. He was out there helping him.
That's the extent of my basketball knowledge as of 30 years ago. Dennis Rodman. I don't know who rebounds
I
now.
like Kovac. Who was the dude that shot the three throws?
No idea.
And Kerr. And then the tall dude that was in the middle. They call him the center.
Of what grouping of people?
Langley? What was the guy that was
Lanky. He's real lanky, so he's
I
real
think
tall.
it was. It was the Bulls.
The Bulls?
That's what we're talking about. We're talking about Michael Jordan and Rodman. Who do you think we're talking about?
Rodman, Steve Kerr.
The Spurs.
They didn't really have a big person in the middle.
Ed Langley.
Langley was not on there. You're thinking of CIA in West Virginia.
No.
Working at Langley.
Hang on. What was that? 94? Give me a minute. Because this is going to bother me. So there's Armstrong, Harper, Tony Kukoc, Luke Longley.
Longley?
There you go.
Was he the center?
He was, yes. He was the Brit. He was
What a fitting name.
7'2".
What a fitting name.
That's a tall
Longley.
British man. Yeah. I know Tony Kukoc.
I remember Kukoc.
Yeah.
What if his name was Lee and he was Lee Long Lee?
He was Luke Longley.
No,
so it's close.
It would have been better. It should have been Luke Long Luke. That would have been better.
Wow.
Because he's long and tall.
265 pounds and 7'2". That is a
265 pounds. I ain't been that since my senior year in high school.
That's a tall man right there.
7'2".
7'2".
I have zero desire to be any taller than I am right now. I take that back. I like to be 6'4".
Why?
It's like a good height. Because then you tower over others and you can peer down upon them. Is it comfortable? No.
No,
but it's a good tall
anything
height.
after 6 foot.
It's the taller you are, the more successul you are.
What's keeping you back?
I don't know. I'm
What's
not tall
holding you
enough.
back? Because you got that.
My width.
Oh.
It's height versus width.
The wider you are, the less successful you are.
It subtracts from the height.
Oh, that's a calculation there. I don't know about that.
Calculation. What, Enrique? You're rubbing your eyes. Are you getting sleepy? You always claim to be falling asleep.
It's just when I sit down.
Okay, why don't you stand?
Oh, it's because you're a constant man of action.
But you can talk about Solar Sphere, the game I kickstarted, which we love.
We loved it.
Build a Dyson sphere to advance humankind into an intergalactic civilization.
Now, do you know what a Dyson sphere is?
I do not.
Okay. So the reason I
know Dyson vacuums.
So a while back, a few years ago, there was a particular star that they were very excited about, and I say they, like there's some nebulous people, no pun intended. I get astronomy and astrology mixed up too. So if I say one or the other, please forgive me. I'm not talking about whether or not you're a Libra or a Taurus. I'm talking about the people looking at the stars.
Nacho Libre?
Nacho Libre. You see what I did there? Funny even when I don't mean to.
No, you were wrong, and I made it funny.
No, I was
You said you misspoke, and I went into it.
I set you up.
No, you misspoke.
I was laying it up.
As you always do.
You just Rodman it. Help me, Rhonda. That your only job is to pick up my rebounds.
Help me, Rodman.
Help me.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Please, don't interrupt me.
Oh, my God.
All right, so here's anyway, a Dyson device.
Mike Dyson.
When they were looking up into space, they saw a sun and it would fade sometimes. And so they assumed that over this particular star...
Wait. So you're speaking real fast. When they looked up into the sun,
not
it would
the
fade.
sun, a different sun, another star in another universe, the
it
galaxy.
Would fade real fast.
It would fade sometimes.
Okay.
And so they theorized and that there was a Dyson device, which is a device that is utilized the sun's power to power other things. So it's like this massive solar panel that's stuck up to the sun. And so when it would fade, they thought it might be because there was some sort of Dyson device that was going around the sun, thus it was making it fade, which would then indicate that somebody built such thing, which would mean advanced civilization, blah, 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 aliens. So that's what they were thinking. Of course, they threw out the word Dyson device, and then everybody got real excited. And if you Google it, it's very interesting to read about, but probably it's not a thing. But it's been a theorized way that at some point in time, if you were wanting to create something that was fully renewable, well, then you could make a Dyson machine and put it up around the sun, and there you go. You've always got power unless you have some sort of solar
something
flare.
Elon would do.
Elon would love it if he wouldn't spend so much time on Twitter. Even though, thank you for restoring me back to Twitter, and I'm sorry about the things that I said. Either way, Solar Sphere is about building a Dyson device. It's a 1 to 4 player game, lasts about an hour. And I kickstarted this thing. It came on Kickstarter, and it was from a bunch of people I didn't recognize, but I did the responsible thing. Watched the videos, read up about it. I think they even downloaded the rule book and kind of gave it a look. And I thought, this might be interesting. I'm going to support these people for which I do not know and see if it's any good. And I'm shocked by how much I like it. Has a nice little modular board that you build out, this little sun with little hexagons. And then you have your own little double layer player board with these dice, and you roll them and you put them in the places there. And you have your little track that controls your corporate level, which how much corporate likes you, because the whole thing is that you're just a contractor building this Dyson tower. And then you have your morale, and that's good because you can ask corporate to give you kickbacks and kind of give you a bonus move to let you have some extra stuff. And you use those dice by placing them on your board, and then you use those dice to be put out into various areas around the sun that let you get resources and fight. There's fighting because there's pirates and junk. And you send your little drones out to build things. It's neat. I liked it. It's a small box game by...
Menon.
forget the name of the designers, but they're British sounding.
Aidan Lowther and Simon Milburn.
That's exactly who I was thinking. Simon and Lowther.
Artist Igor Urshov and Elias Stern.
Igor. And you can have your own little crew, which was cool. I liked the crew. You could purchase these little cards, and their crew gave you bonuses, and then they could retire, and it was just neat. I like this game.
It's a dice placement. You have your drones that you set out there as well that can multiply your benefits when you do dice placement in future rounds. When you battle, you have to use your drones to battle. It's a area majority in battle. When you fight these guys off, they have 6 spots on their spaceships, and the majority, whoever has the most drones on there, gets the most victory points. We played it where generally we just sent all of our drones out there, one person, but that's neither here nor there. I really expected nothing from this game, being that I'd never heard of it. Jerry just brought it over and said, hey, I kickstarted this, let's play it. When he first broke it out and started discussing, and he's just fantastic reading from the rule book to learn the game. That's always great. I'm more of I like to watch videos, and they kind of walk you through it and say, this is the action you would take, and they actually walk you through the action, which I learn better that way. But despite that, I would say we picked up this game very quickly.
A nice point is that we didn't watch a video.
Correct.
I didn't learn the game beforehand.
But I had lots of questions.
But
and I went to Slicker Drips, and he explained them for me.
You weren't listening to that. You did. You watched it for like 2 minutes.
Exactly. That's all he needed.
No, you didn't. You didn't listen to the video. My point is that seriously, we read the rule book, and we played it from that. I think that speaks volumes about the rule book's design and how simplistic this game is.
It's a good game that I did not. It goes to the whole expectations versus whatever. Like, I didn't know anything about this game. The inlaid boards, your personal play board is inlaid. You place your dice there. You have your morale. That other, what's the thing up top?
Little track.
The top and the topmost track is
the corporate.
Corporation.
Corporate. Yeah.
I thought that was something else. Reputation.
No, it was reputation with your corporate people.
Okay. So, very nice board. You place your dice on them cards.
Anyways.
And it's you gather resources to go fight. You gather resources to build the Dyson sphere. So there's a card you put out there, and when you place that on there, you got to pay the resources to start start building on the Dyson sphere adjacent to places that are already established.
That was that Michael Crichton show. Sphere.
That was just Sphere underwater.
I like that. That was a good book. I read the book.
It was a good book. Horrible movie. As was Congo.
I watched part of the movie. I read the book of Congo. I wasn't too impressed.
Congo was great.
The book?
The book was great. The movie was one of the stupidest movies.
I didn't remember the book being that great.
None of his Jurassic Park, which they didn't even stick to the book, was the best movie. Steven Spielberg. Congo. Sphere. The Sean Connery one.
Andromeda Strain.
There's the one with the Wesley Phillips and the Sean Connery, I feel like. It was a murder mystery one. Oh my! Rising Sun. Horrible movies. All horrible movies.
Wasn't Sphere... what's his face? Dustin Hoffman
and Sharon Stone.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah. Horrendous movie.
Man, it wasn't that great.
Enrique, did you like this game?
Yeah. I feel like there were, I would say, only 2 ways to win this game. Either one, building onto the planet, or fighting.
It's a sun.
Oh, yep, you're right.
It's a star.
A sun.
Like myself.
You could either build on the sun, or you can just kind of focus on fighting if you just wanted.
You could fight. You could hire people that got you points. You do a lot of things.
There's a way to go. You could go into fight.
And then there's the set collection with the factions,
which is a good thing because I set collected.
There's set collection. There's building the Dyson sphere, and there's battling. Those are the 3 primary ways to earn points, and a few points from the people you recruit into,
and morale.
and morale. So that's four different ways to earn points.
So I guess it's accurate to say there's multiple ways.
There's multiple ways to earn points. At least four.
At least four.
Well,
I'm glad we're being so painfully specific.
So go ahead.
But no, it was just something minuscule. Go ahead.
Somebody go ahead, for God's sake, because this is killing me.
What I said to Jerry was, it's sad that this game, I'd never heard of it, never heard of the designer, never heard of the company, nothing. We played this game. All three of us thoroughly enjoyed this game.
Thoroughly.
But yet you have games like Wayfarers or the South Tigers that has a big publisher, big designer, no fault of their own. They've accomplished great things. Good for you. But to me, Solar Sphere, a vastly superior, fun game compared to Wayfarers was boring. Absolutely boring. It's probably a decent solo. It's a decent solo. But Wayfarers, my God, I had to wait the whole time for... no.
You can't handle
it's
waiting.
It's just frustrating that games like this, like Solar Sphere, we will never hear of this game. Nobody will ever hear of this game except for this podcast and maybe somebody else that picks it up. Slicker Drips does a very nice playthrough of it.
I heard of it.
But this is one of those games that will just fall into the ether of the thousands and thousands of games that are produced that sadly doesn't get recognized. For this game is a more streamlined. I don't enjoy it as much, but it's a very streamlined, reminiscent of Circadian's First Light, like that. There was one other game we referenced.
Okay, so just to go over it, just because it was there, this game made $100,000, had 2,000 backers, and it was from Birmingham, United Kingdom, and it was October of 2021. Apparently, is when it came about. So that was a long time ago. I didn't realize I backed it that long ago. Anyways, so apparently now they've just announced as of February. I just looked this up because I was interested in seeing exactly what was going on with it. Apparently, there may be another Kickstarter happening as of last, So it's like, so they're updating it. You can pre-order some stuff. Yeah, you can pre-order this again, I think. So,
fantastic.
Yeah, there you go. You can pre-order it.
So its overall rank at this moment, 6,643. So it's brand new. It might work its way up the rankings a little bit, but the rankings only help you in regards to how popular, how many people are knowing about it. This game is a solid little game. Circadian's First Light, though, even that's what's frustrating. To me, it's the best game out of that branch, out of the Shim, Renegade, Garfield branch, and even it's the lowest, probably the lowest rated of them all, except for maybe Chaos Order now at this point. But number one, this is sci-fi. I love sci-fi. Absolutely love it. It's my favorite theme in board gaming. So I like the Solar Sphere, Dyson building, battling these... Are the aliens? You're battling these other aliens that are trying to prevent you from building it?
The Resistance, we'll call them for now.
Okay.
It's just trying to stop you from building the Dyson sphere.
Yeah. So you're doing that, and I liked that. The one thing that was a little bit confusing that I didn't quite understand was your basically your alliances, right? With those corporations.
The set collection.
There's the set collection of these alliances when you battle, when you build on the Dyson sphere and some other various cards and stuff. You earn these alliances or reputation with these other corporations, and you run up this little track that you can use to keep track of. For every 3, it's so many points. That's a little confusing.
Because when we say a set of 3, we're thinking a set of 3 for each faction.
Yeah, that part was confusing to me. And even at this point, I don't know that I'm fully comprehend how that works.
It's set collection. You just need 3 of each.
I know, but the way you explained it wasn't very clear to me. So that was confusing.
Yeah, because
it wasn't clear to neither me nor Enrique. To yourself, it was clear because you read the directions, but we were just having to go off you reading the directions to us, and it wasn't that clear.
Set collections, you gotta have 3 of each one.
But there was a thing about reading, going up to the 3. You have to have 3 of each one. So there's a spot on the little card that went 1, 2, 3. I thought we had to have each one up to 3.
We're basically saying we misunderstood when you said of 3.
Oh.
Yes.
We didn't know it was a set of each.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, but
So what you're
to
saying
me,
is you weren't paying attention.
no, what we're saying is it
We
wasn't very clear.
misunderstood.
Oh, okay.
If you misunderstand or it's not clear, it wasn't written well.
I want you. No, it was written. I want you to know I forgive you.
There's nothing to forgive.
No, I understand. Appreciate you bringing it up. Appreciate you apologizing. But it's okay. It's fine. Next time you'll understand.
You sound hoarse or something.
Well,
Yeah, what's wrong with you now?
I got it.
You sound froggy.
My frog.
Okay.
You're sounding real froggy right now.
That's my
I thought you were dying for a bit.
McConaughey voice coming out. Gets late at
Solar Sphere, Board Game Snobs approved, all 3 of us.
Gets late at
Yes.
night. I look around. I said, "There's a lot of board gamers around here."
That's not McConaughey. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that was. That chat's a song.
You just start saying words.
He just
in a
started saying
voice.
words.
He just saying words. All right.
All right, well, I think we've reached the end of this episode.
Sounds like you just moving along. Why you ain't got nothing else to say there?
End it for us.
This is Jerry.
This is Gabby.
This is
Thank you for tolerating this episode of the Board Game Snobs. Stay classy.